Hey, what's going on, people? Major Players in the building, back again. You know me? My name is Face. Boy, we got some good news and we got a little bit of bad news. Before we talk about the good news and the bad news, run my intro. So, today, basically, Guard Crush Games, .emu and Lizardcube, they ran a Q&A on Reddit. They were asking for questions from the fans of Streets of Rage 4 and they will answer. Now, there has been some amazing questions, there's been some rubbish questions that I don't understand why people are asking, and they've given us a little bit of information about the future of Streets of Rage 4. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through every single question that I've highlighted in the Q&A that I think that is important to us and the Streets of Rage community. So without further ado, let's just start this. First question off the bat, straight away, will there be DLC in the future? I would like to see more color options also. Given the chance, would you guys be interested in doing a new Golden Axe? Now, the lead programmer at Guard Crush Games said, "We will add content to the game, but we have not taken a precise decision yet. Color options would also be nice." Come on, boys. Come on. I just needed confirmation. I just needed confirmation that we were getting DLC. I just needed it. And that's the lead programmer at Guard Crush Games has confirmed we are getting DLC. Now, there was a lot more questions that were absolutely brilliant in the Reddit, and we got to talk about them. Anyway, let me keep going. Right, question 2. Questions related to the future of the game. What are the plans for SOR4 now? Support the game with DLC or move on? Anything regarding adjustments for online experience? It has some problems with one game freezing for one person while the other still receives inputs. Maybe some rollback netcode instead of delay. Please, don't give up on Shinobi for the game. Convince Sega. No, give up on Shinobi. Anyway, the lead programmer at Guard Crush Games said, "We are going to add content to the game. We do not have a precise plan yet." So they don't know what they're doing yet. They just don't know what they're doing. So yeah, we are still working on a bug fix and online optimization, but it's going to take some time because online bugs are hard to reproduce because they do not happen all the time, but we are working on it. So the online experience is going to be fixed. I reckon there's going to be a patch soon. That's great news. Again, DLC is confirmed. Let's keep going. How nervous was the team when it came to tackling such an important project with a lot of fan expectations? Love the game, by the way. Now, this is someone from .emu. I don't know what department he's in. Honestly, when we started, we are only but daydreaming of what could be. Only when we released the announcement trailer that the pressure felt very real. All the fan expectations coming right at us. Of course, we knew how important it was as fans ourselves. And it was a thin line to walk throughout the dev to try and come up with new things and respect the legacy. Yeah, you guys did a brilliant job. I'm just telling you straight, you just did a brilliant job. Anyway, moving on. What do you think of the fan project called Streets of Rage Remake? This one is for my guy, Rayshawn Howard. Yeah, it's great. Such a gorgeous game. We obviously played it. Of course they played it. Bro, Streets of Rage Remake was wicked, you know? Wicked. I'm still getting into it. Like right now as we speak, I'm still getting into it. I've been dabbling between the two, but I can't lie, I've been playing Streets of Rage 4 most because that's what I'm covering on this channel right now. But I'm definitely looking to do some Streets of Rage Remake content, trust me. Anyway, moving on. Depending on how well 4 does, are sequels possibility going to be discussed? Or was this always planned as a one-off reveal? Now, the EMU replied, "Hi there, we haven't discussed it yet, but would like to first focus on SOR4 and continue to add content. But at .emu, we are currently working on 3 unannounced similar projects, so stay tuned." Bro, this is what I like to see. These men are working on Streets of Rage 4, bruv. That's what they're doing. That is your first point of call. Work on Streets of Rage 4. This is a success. You guys need to just work on the success. Yeah? Make the great game greater. I'm just so happy right now. I can't lie. I'm happy that content is coming our way. I'm happy. And this question again, what do you think of fan project called Streets of Rage Remake? .emu replied, "It's great. Such a gorgeous game. We obviously played it. I said that before. It's really good. and an impressive fan game, it may have been key factor to keeping the franchise alive in people's hearts. Bad boy answer. Yeah, that was just the extra answer add on to the last question, if you get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, moving on. I have 2 questions. Is there a desire by your team to make characters like Estelle and SOR4 sprite versions of Max and Shiva playable? Question 2. Were there any level designs that didn't make the cut for whatever reason that you and the team would have liked to have seen to make it into the game? Answer by .emu. Hello, thanks for your question. Lots of questions about DLC. Ha ha ha. That's amazing. We haven't decided anything yet, as said before, but we have tons of ideas and listen to you guys as well. So there will definitely be more content. We just need more time to decide what and when. So stay tuned. So basically, you lot are like, you know, kind of just rummaging ideas right now. Yeah, that's all you're doing. But listen, you need to come to the channel and see what is going on here. Trust me, I got ideas, bro. I got ideas. And the community that has interacted with my videos have brilliant ideas as well. Trust me, they need to come here and just have a look, man. Anyway, let me get on to the second part of the question. There was a motorcycle level planned at some point. I'd have loved to see that, but doing such stage would have required to develop specific features and several weeks/months of development for a very short experience in the game. So we decided to concentrate on the truly important aspects of the game. Nah, do you know what? Obviously, that was probably, yeah, something, that was a level for Honey. Yeah, Honey, Caramel and all them girls. They would be on their bikes and doing what Fog does. Yeah, from the other Streets of Rage games. Yeah. That level would have been cold. I'm telling you, that level would have been cold. I said that in my last video. Yeah? That level would have been so sick. We need that level in the future. Anyway, moving on. If you could cross SOR with any other Sega franchise, which would it be and why? .emu answered. That's personal, but my dream would be to work on a Golden Axe-like game because I love its environment, gameplay, and atmosphere. Lads, listen. I just want to say this. If they are planning to do any crossovers, right? Just make the crossovers make sense, if you get what I mean. I do not, in my opinion, I do not want to see like a Golden Axe crossover because it doesn't make sense. 2 different time periods. I would like to see something that makes more sense, which is a crossover with Final Fight. Trust me, it makes more sense. Anyway, I'll do a video on that one soon. But moving on. If you could give SOR4 treatment to another series or IP, which would you choose? I don't know why I even done this one. I don't care. Moving on, man. Don't care about that question. Moving on. What do you think was the major reason that Sega gave .emu permission to publish a Streets of Rage title? Was there ever a chance of Sega publishing the title themselves? .emu replied, hi. I think there are 3 main reasons. A good, detailed and exciting pitch, a team of true fans, good track records, and they put their games down. You can see on the screen. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Streets of Rage 4 is amazing. Love the wall bounce combos. Question, is there any reason why there are no 4-player online co-op? Concern about lag/connection issues? This one right here is a key question. Yeah? .emu replied, making 4-player co-op online would have delayed the game too much, especially because it was a simultaneous multi-platform release. Also, it makes matchmaking more complex. Now, you know what? I'm going to be real with you guys. I get it. I've been screaming 4-player co-op online forever as soon as the game dropped. No, even before the game dropped. I've been screaming 4-player co-op online. Now, if that delayed Streets of Rage 4, I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna lie. I would not be happy at all. I would not like that. So, I get it. I do feel that they should work on 4-player online co-op in the future for consoles and PC and everything. Because it's just needed. It's definitely needed. It's so needed. Moving on. This question right here. This one kind of hurt my heart a little bit. But I don't think it's the end. So listen to the question and hear me out. Will there be an older version of Eddie Skate Hunter in the game? Or at least, could you shed light as to why he didn't appear, even as a small cameo. Out of all the characters in Streets of Rage 4 story mode, Skate was the only person who was not even mentioned. Even Zan Rue had a cameo part within the story mode. So it seems odd that Eddie didn't have some sort of appearance. This is ignoring the Streets of Rage 2 and 3 callbacks. .emu replied, nah, this reply, it got me a bit, but there's still hope. We had to make choices, and Skate grown up wouldn't be Skate anymore. He'd be closer to Adam, but then we were better with the real Adam. So gameplay wise, we were better off with the new Cherry to balance the roster. We did want at some point to reference him, like just have a postcard for him saying hi or something, but for sure, we didn't want to commit to a visual design, like him appearing in a cutscene without thinking of his gameplay potential. Because if we show him, people will want him playable, and then he has to be fun and different from the others. Guys, listen. This was the bad part of the whole Reddit Q&A. Skate. Now, I just feel that they just didn't have the right idea for Skate. That's all I think it was. They didn't have the right idea for Skate, because let's be honest, Adam is probably around 36, 37. Yeah, don't quote me on that. I'm just taking a wild guess. Yeah, Streets of Rage 4 Skate would be in his 20s. Yeah, now the designs could be completely different, if you get what I'm saying. Now they could, if you go back to my video, my Skate video, the first one, I'm doing a part 2 soon. Yeah, I explain a whole different storyline for Skate and making him totally different from everyone in the roster. If you were to bring Streets of Rage 4 Skate into the roster now, right, with a different storyline, just for game balancing sake, right? For example, I feel that yes, he should look like Adam, but then he should have some differences. Yes, he should be fast, but not as fast as Cherry. Because he's on skates, his moveset will be totally different. Do you get what I'm trying to say here? I just feel they didn't have the time or the right idea for Skate, Streets of Rage 4 at the time of development. That's what I think it is. I do not think for 1 second that we are not going to get a Skate Streets of Rage 4. I definitely think we are. I just reckon they need to have the right idea. Just before we move on to the next question, my next video on Skate should be coming out soon. I have an actual concept art of Skate. Look out for that, because it looks absolutely sick. So just look out for that video. Hopefully I can pitch it to them. Hopefully, you know, they take it on board, but you know, just a whim. Anyway, moving on to the character art. And there are a ton of enemies left on the drawing board that never made the game. Why didn't they make the game? Will there be more post-game content? .emu replied, we know that a lot of people like the characters displayed in the art gallery, their design, etc. At the beginning of development, we created a lot of design, but we decided to focus on the best ones that could shine in the game. Then Lizardcube replied, mostly because of production. Since everything is hand-drawn, the process is very time-consuming. I get it. That would have delayed the game further. But DLC's coming. They've got to bring some new enemies in DLC. You can't bring new content like new levels, for example, and not have new enemies or enemies that we didn't get to see in Streets of Rage 4. Come on. Anyway, moving on to the next question. Why do Mr. X's children go by the name Mr. and Miss Y? Did Mr. X family tree start with a Mr. A and went on from there? Okay, cool. They didn't want to use their father's name to be famous. They wanted to write their own story. That's what celebrities' children do. Or maybe not. This is the last part I took from the whole Q&A because it was starting to get a bit long and I was like, okay, everyone's asking the same things, and then people started asking really random stuff that I didn't really care about. It didn't really relate to the game like that. This isn't really a question. This is just the last final statement on DLC. This is from .emu. Hello there. Thank you for all your questions. We will do everything we can to answer them. There are many questions about potential DLC, so I'll give our answer here. We have many ideas and we really want to add more content in the future, but nothing has been decided yet. So we are listening to you and we'll let you know what and when soon. Now, I'm just gonna put on my final thoughts on this now. We're getting DLC, people. We're getting it. It's 100% confirmed. It's there. Cool. Now, what DLC? I think it's all up in the air right now. I do not think the developers have a proper idea on what DLC. Yeah? I think they're just looking at notes right now. Yeah? So nothing's in development. We know this already. But as the people, yeah, we can actually get the DLC we want. Right? All we got to do is keep tweeting, keep playing the game, keep talking about it. Content creators need to keep content creating on the game. If there's a specific subject about DLC going around, i.e. SOR4 Shiva or SOR4 Rue, if that keeps coming up, I guarantee the developers will put that in the game. I guarantee that will be the content that we'll be seeing first. Guarantee. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Tell me your views. Tell me if you were at the Q&A on Reddit. Tell me what's going on, man. Just tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Yeah? Anyway, and if you feel this type of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell, get the notification on all that kind of major players in the building. My name is Face. That was a little info about the Q&A on Reddit for Streets of Rage 4. And I am signing.